Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's me, Troy, and I am so excited you're here for another city hit list. Today, we're on a beautiful island, a place with so much history, so much resilience, and you guessed it, so much fantastic stuff to discover. We are in Galveston, Texas. Now, I know what you might be thinking: beaches, the Pleasure Pier, maybe some incredible seafood. And you're right, those things are wonderful. They're the classics for a reason. But you know me, I like to peel back the layers to find the heart of a place, the things that make the locals smile. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going on an adventure together, you and I. Think of me as your guide to the wonderfully weird, the beautifully unexpected, and the genuinely unique. We're going to forget the usual tour spots just for a little while. We're going to step off the beaten path and onto the cobblestones of history, under the shade of some very special trees, and into the nooks and crannies that hold the real stories of this incredible island city. It's a treasure hunt. And the prize? It's the experience, the memory, the feeling of connecting with the place on a whole new level. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. This list, our city hit list for Galveston, is all about those oh, wow moments. It's for the curious traveler, the person who wants more than just a postcard picture. We're talking about a museum that feels like you've stepped into a time machine, art that grew from tragedy, a submarine you can actually walk through, and a coffee shop with a vibe so cool it could only exist right here. These are the places that give Galveston its soul, its unique flavor. So, grab your walking shoes, bring your appetite for adventure. We're about to dive headfirst into the hidden gems of Galveston. We'll find stories carved into wood, history housed in a former orphanage, and maybe even a little bit of magic in a candy shop. This is the real Galveston, the one that's full of surprises. Our journey starts right now. Let's go. Okay, first stop, and wow, just look at this place. Before we even step inside, you have to take a moment to appreciate the building itself. This is the Bryan Museum, and it's housed in what used to be the Galveston Orphans' home. Isn't that incredible? This stunning Gothic Revival building has stood here since 1895, surviving storms and the passage of time. It has these beautiful arches, these grand windows. It feels like a castle. You can feel the history in the very bricks and stones. It's seen so much, and now it holds the stories of Texas and the American West. It's the perfect vessel for the treasures inside. And when I say treasures, I mean it. This isn't your typical stuffy museum. Oh no, this is J.P. Bryan's personal collection, turned into a public wonderland. We're talking about 70,000 items spanning 12,000 years. Can you even imagine? It's everything from ancient Native American artifacts to glittering Spanish colonial silver to the actual spurs a cowboy might have worn. It's a tangible connection to the past. You walk in here, and you're not just looking at history. You are surrounded by it. You can feel the energy of the people who made and use these incredible things. It feels personal, like you've been invited into a secret, amazing attic. What I love is how it tells a story. It's not just a bunch of objects in glass cases. It's a narrative. You can see the evolution of the Texas frontier right before your eyes. There are saddles so intricately tooled, they're basically works of art, antique firearms that whisper tales of showdowns and survival, and documents that changed the course of history. You can almost hear the saloon doors swinging and the cattle drives in the distance. It's an immersive experience that makes you realize just how wild and untamed the West truly was. It's a history lesson that feels like an adventure movie. And the scope is just mind-boggling. One minute you're looking at a beautiful Bowie knife, a true icon of the frontier, and the next you're marveling at delicate, centuries-old maps that charted this once unknown territory. They even have a whole room dedicated to the Texas Revolution with artifacts that make your heart beat a little faster. It's a place that sparks your imagination. You start to picture the lives, the struggles, the triumphs of the people who shaped this land. It's more than a museum, it's a portal. And we are stepping through it. Let's go deeper inside. Look at this. The collection of art here is just breathtaking. It's not just about historical objects. It's about the beauty and the spirit of the West captured on canvas. You'll see these incredible paintings of vast landscapes, dramatic portraits of cowboys and Native American leaders, and sculptures that seem to bring the energy of a bucking bronco right into the room. It adds such a rich emotional layer to the whole experience. It shows you not just what the West was, but how it to the people who lived it and dreamed of it. It's the color and the poetry mixed in with the history. And it's the little things that get me, the personal touches. You might see a gambling set from a dusty saloon or a child's toy from a pioneer family. These are the objects that close the distance between now and then. They remind you that the larger-than-life figures of history were real people. They had hopes, they had fears, they played, they worked. This museum does such a beautiful job of humanizing the past. It makes you feel a real connection, a sense of shared humanity across the centuries. It's powerful stuff, and it's right here in Galveston. The building itself continues to be part of the story. As you walk through the galleries, you can't help but think of the children who once lived here. The beautiful conservatory, now filled with light and art, has its own history. The museum has embraced this past, and there's a wonderful harmony between the building's original purpose of care and its current purpose of preservation. It feels like a place of refuge, both then and now. A refuge for children in the past, and a refuge for these priceless stories today. It adds a whole other layer of meaning to the visit. Honestly, you could spend a whole day here and still not see everything. From the rare books in the library to the stunning stained glass, every corner holds a new surprise. It's a place that celebrates the grit, the artistry, and the enduring spirit of Texas and the American West. It's one of the most comprehensive and beautifully curated collections I have ever seen. Leaving here, you don't just feel like you've learned something, you feel like you've experienced something. You feel the weight and the wonder of history. What a phenomenal start to our adventure. Okay, our next stop isn't a building at all. It's everywhere. We're on a hunt for the Galveston Tree Sculptures, and this is one of the most beautiful and moving stories of community resilience I have ever encountered. To understand these sculptures, you have to understand what happened here in 2008. Hurricane Ike hit Galveston hard, and the storm surge, all that salt water, was devastating. It killed tens of thousands of the island's majestic century-old oak trees. It must have been heartbreaking to see these giants, which had provided shade and beauty for generations, just gone. But here is where the magic happens. Instead of just cutting them all down and hauling them away, the people of Galveston, the homeowners and local artists, had a different idea. A brilliant idea. They decided to give these dead trees a new life, a second act. They began to carve the remaining trunks into incredible works of art. Can you believe that? From the devastation of a hurricane, they created an open-air art gallery that winds through the city's historic neighborhoods. It's the ultimate story of turning tragedy into beauty, of finding hope in the wreckage. So now, as you walk or drive through the East End Historic District, you go on this amazing scavenger hunt. You'll turn a corner, and suddenly, there it is. A majestic heron carved from a trunk, a playful pod of dolphins, a mermaid, even the characters from The Wizard of Oz. Each sculpture is unique, reflecting the homeowner's wishes or the artist's vision. It turns a simple walk into a journey of discovery. You find yourself peering down side streets looking for the next masterpiece. It's interactive, it's free, and it's deeply connected to the story of this island. What I love most is that it's not a formal museum. It's art for the people, woven into the fabric of daily life. These sculptures stand in front yards, next to sidewalks, where kids ride their bikes and people walk their dogs. They're a part of the neighborhood. They're a constant reminder of the storm, yes, but more importantly, they are a powerful symbol of the community's unbreakable spirit. They said, we're not going to let this loss define us. We're going to create something new and beautiful from it. And that, my friends, is a story worth celebrating. The level of artistry is just astounding. These aren't crude carvings. These are intricate, detailed works of sculpture. You can see the feathers on a bird, the scales on a fish, the playful expression on a dog's face. The artists who brought these trees back to life are incredibly talented, and they've gifted the city something truly special. It's a testament to the power of art to heal and to transform. It changes the landscape of the city from one of loss to one of wonder and creativity. It's a conversation piece on every corner, and each sculpture tells a story. Some are whimsical, like a squirrel holding a giant acorn. Others pay tribute to a family pet that was loved and lost. Some honor the history of Galveston itself with carvings of sea captains or famous local figures. It's a deeply personal project. You can download a map and make a day of it, trying to find them all. It's the best kind of tour, one that gets you out into the fresh air, exploring beautiful historic streets, and discovering art in the most unexpected of places. What could be better than that? Think about the trees themselves. These magnificent oaks stood for over 100 years. They witnessed so much of Galveston's history. They provided shade for generations of families. For them to be lost was a tragedy, but this project ensures that their story doesn't end there. They are still standing, still a part of the community, just in a different form. They've been reborn. It's a living, breathing art installation that continues to grow as new sculptures are occasionally added. This is more than just a quirky tourist attraction. It's the heart and soul of Galveston on display for everyone to see. It speaks to the city's ability to face adversity with grace, creativity, and a sense of community. And for that, this city and its incredible tree sculptures have earned a permanent spot on my hit list. Absolutely amazing. Okay, let me tell you something. You know me, I love history, I love stories, and I love when something completely surprises me. And that's exactly what happened when I got to Seawolf Park. It's not just a park, you guys. It's a floating museum, a tribute, a place where you can literally reach out and touch these incredible metal giants that played such a huge part in world history. You see these things in movies, you read about them in books, but to stand right next to them, to feel the sheer scale of it all, it's a whole different ballgame. It really makes you stop and think. You know, it's humbling, truly. Right there, resting in the water, is the USS Cavallo, a real-life World War II submarine. Can you believe that? A submarine. I mean, I've seen them on screen, but to see one in person, wow, this isn't a replica, this is the real deal. A Gato-class submarine that actually served in the war. They call it the Avenger of Pearl Harbor because it sank the Japanese aircraft carrier that was involved in the attack. Just thinking about the young men, the brave sailors who lived and worked in these tight, confined spaces, deep under the ocean, it gives you chills. It's a powerful feeling standing on the same ground, or I guess the same water. And then, right next to it is the USS Stewart. This is one of only 3 destroyer escorts left in the entire world. In the world. And one of them is right here in Galveston, just waiting for you to come say hello. It's like finding a rare coin, but you know, a massive, several 100-foot long naval history coin. Walking its decks, you can almost hear the echoes of the past, the sailors calling out, the engines humming. You can just imagine it patrolling the vast open ocean, a guardian on the water. It's a testament to the engineering, the bravery, and the spirit of a generation. It's fantastic. Walking through the narrow corridors of the Cavallo submarine, you have to duck your head and you start to get a real sense of what life was like for the crew. It's a maze of pipes, dials, and machinery, a whole world packed into a steel tube. You can see the torpedo room, the mess hall where they ate their meals, the tiny bunks where they tried to catch a few hours of sleep. It's intimate, it's intense, and it paints such a vivid picture. This isn't just a ship. It was a home, a workplace, and a weapon all rolled into one. It's an experience that really stays with you long after you've come back up for air. But listen, Seawolf Park isn't just for the history buffs like me. Oh no, it's a park, a real park. After you've had your mind blown by the naval vessels, you realize you're in this beautiful spot on Pelican Island with the bay all around you. People are out here with their families, having picnics, flying kites. There's a wonderful playground where kids are laughing and running around, their happy shrieks mixing with the sound of the seagulls. It's this beautiful blend of solemn remembrance and joyful everyday life. It's a place that honors the past while being very much alive in the present. I love that, I really do. And the fishing. Oh my goodness, you look over the side of the pier and it's a fisherman's paradise. I saw people everywhere casting their lines into the water with that hopeful, patient look that all fishermen have. They say it's one of the most popular fishing spots in the whole region, and I can see why. You've got this incredible view, the gentle sea breeze, and the chance to reel in a big one. I started talking to a fella, and he told me all about the different kinds of fish you can catch here. It's a community, a shared passion. Food, friends, and fishing. That's a pretty good combination, don't you think? What's so great is the contrast. On one hand, you have these massive, powerful symbols of conflict and human ingenuity, and on the other hand, you have a kid trying to get a kite to fly, or a grandfather teaching his granddaughter how to bait a hook. so you can spend a whole day here. You start with a journey back in time, walking the decks of these historic ships, feeling the weight of their stories. And then you come back to the present and just relax. You watch the massive ships sail through the channel, you feel the sun on your face, maybe you even try your luck at fishing. It's uniquely Galveston, this mix of industry, history, and simple, beautiful leisure. What's not to love? Come on, it's fantastic. After the metal and the history of Seawolf Park, you might need a little dose of nature, and boy, does Galveston have just the place for you. We're heading to the End Lagoon Nature Preserve. Now, you're still on the island, you're minutes from the city, but the moment you step out of your car, it's like you've entered a different world. The sounds of the city fade away and are replaced by the rustling of the tall grasses, the gentle lapping of water, and the calls of hundreds, maybe thousands of birds. It's an immediate reset button for your soul. It's like nature is giving you a big, quiet hug. The first thing you'll notice are the boardwalks. These beautiful, elevated wooden paths that wind their way through the wetlands. And thank goodness for them, because it lets you get right into the heart of this incredible ecosystem without, sinking into the mud. I love a good boardwalk. It feels like you're floating, gliding just above the surface of this wild, untamed landscape. Every turn reveals a new vista, a new little pocket of life. You can just stroll along at your own pace. No rush. Just you and the big, open sky. It's meditative. It's gorgeous. And the birds. My goodness, the birds. I'm no ornithologist, you guys, but even I was blown away. Galveston is on a major migratory path, so this lagoon is like a 5-star hotel for birds traveling the world. I saw elegant herons standing perfectly still in the water, like statues, waiting for their lunch. I saw pelicans flying in perfect formation overhead, their giant wingspans casting shadows on the water below. There were little sandpipers skittering along the shoreline, their legs moving so fast they were just a blur. It's a symphony of nature, and you have a front row seat. You find yourself just stopping, leaning on the railing of the boardwalk and watching. You're not thinking about emails or errands or what's next on the schedule. You're just present. You're watching a crab scuttle sideways into a little hole. You're listening to the different bird calls, trying to figure out who's talking to whom. It's a chance to reconnect with this fundamental natural rhythm that we so often forget in our busy lives. It's a reminder that we share this planet with so many amazing creatures. And all you have to do is show up and pay attention. It's a gift. What's really amazing about the East End Lagoon is that this isn't just an accident of nature. This is a place that people cared enough about to protect and restore. It's a story of conservation, of a community coming together to say, hey, this is important. This matters. They've worked hard to remove invasive species and restore the natural salt marsh habitat, creating a sanctuary for all this incredible wildlife. Knowing that makes the experience even richer. You're not just looking at a pretty view, you're looking at a success story, you're looking at hope, and I love that. You can walk for what feels like miles, exploring different paths that take you closer to the bay or deeper into the marshland. Some trails are sandy, leading you right down to the water's edge where you can look for seashells and watch the waves. It's a place for exploration. You feel like a kid again, an adventurer discovering a new land. And because it's so big, you can often find a whole stretch of it just for yourself. It's a place where you can find genuine peace and solitude, a rare and precious thing these days. It's just you, the sky, and the sea. And listen, it's not just for walking. I saw people with their kayaks paddling gently through the calm waters of the lagoon. What a way to see it. To be right down at water level, quietly moving through the reeds, getting an even closer look at the birds and the marine life. It's a totally different perspective. It's an active way to engage with this beautiful environment. I didn't have a kayak with me, but believe me, next time I'm getting in the water, this place is a treasure. It truly is. It's a perfect example of how nature and the city can exist side by side. It's a haven for wildlife, and it's a haven for people. The East End Lagoon is a must. It's food for the soul. And you know how I feel about food. All right, after all that walking in soul, searching in nature, I think it's time for a treat, don't you? And I know just the place. We're heading to the Strand, the historic heart of Galveston, to a place that is pure, unadulterated happiness. It's called La King's Confectionery. The moment you walk in the door, you know you're somewhere special. It's like you've stepped through a time portal and landed in the most wonderful turn-of-the-century candy shop and soda fountain you could ever imagine. The smell alone, the smell of sugar and chocolate and nostalgia, it's intoxicating. This isn't just a store where they sell candy. Oh no, this is a living, breathing piece of history. The La King family has been making candy in Galveston for generations, since 1927. They use original 1920s recipes and equipment. You can see it all around you. The beautiful woodwork on the long soda fountain counter, the marble tables, the wire-back chairs. It's authentic. It has soul. You can feel the history in the floorboards. You can just imagine generations of families coming here, kids with their faces pressed against the glass, eyes wide with wonder. And that's still happening today. But the main event, the thing you have to see, is the taffy making. They have this incredible antique taffy pulling machine that looks like some kind of magical contraption from a fantasy movie. Several times a day, one of the master candy makers comes out, pours a hot, molten slab of sugary goodness onto a cooled marble table, and starts the show. He folds it, he stretches it, and then he hooks it onto this machine with its giant, looping arms. It's mesmerizing to watch this golden blob get pulled and stretched over and over until it turns into light, airy, perfect saltwater taffy. And the candy maker, he's not just making candy, he's a performer. He's telling jokes, he's explaining the process, he's engaging with the crowd of kids and adults who are all just captivated. And then comes the best part. When the taffy is done, he starts cutting it and tossing pieces out to the audience. A warm, fresh piece of saltwater taffy flying through the air, right into your hands. Come on, does it get any better than that? The taste of that fresh, soft, chewy taffy, still warm from the machine, it's a core memory. It's pure joy in a little wax paper wrapper. Now, the taffy might be the star of the show, but let me tell you, the supporting cast is unbelievable. The entire shop is a wonderland of sweet treats. There are glass jars filled with every kind of candy you can imagine, from colorful gumballs to old-fashioned hard candies. There are display cases filled with rows and rows of handmade chocolates, fudges and pralines. I'm talking pecan clusters, chocolate-covered caramels, divinity that looks like fluffy white clouds. It's almost overwhelming in the best possible way. You don't know where to look first. Your inner child just starts running around screaming with delight. And then there's the soda fountain, a real working 1920s style soda fountain. They make real ice cream sodas, malts, and milkshakes the old-fashioned way. They have all these amazing syrups that they make right there. You can sit up at that long, polished counter on one of those spinning stools and order a chocolate malt that will transport you right back to your childhood, even if your childhood didn't have soda fountains like this. It's an experience. It's not just getting a drink, it's the ritual of it, the history, the craftsmanship. Just perfect. I had to try one, of course, for research. I got a phosphate, a classic soda fountain drink. The soda jerk behind the counter mixed it all up for me with a flourish, and it was so simple, so refreshing, and so delicious. It's these simple pleasures, a cold, fizzy drink on a warm day, surrounded by the happy buzz of families and the sweet smell of candy being made. It's a moment of pure, simple happiness. It's a reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the things that have been around for a long, long time. You can't leave La King's empty-handed. It's impossible. You'll want to get a box of that taffy to take home. Maybe some fudge for a friend, or a bag of their famous Purity ice cream, which they also make themselves. It's a place that's all about creating joy and sharing it. It's more than just a candy store. It's a Galveston institution. It's a landmark of happiness. It's a place that understands that a little bit of sugar and a whole lot of love and history can make the world a much, much sweeter place. And I am here for it.
100%.
Choo-choo, friends, are you ready for this? Because I am so ready for this. We're at the Galveston Railroad Museum, and let me tell you, it's like we've just stepped into a time machine. Look at this place. It's not just a museum. It's a cathedral dedicated to the Iron Horse. The sheer scale of these locomotives is something you have to see to believe. They're these magnificent, powerful beasts that connected a nation, that brought people together, that carried dreams across the country. And right here, In Galveston, you can feel that history humming in the air. It's the kind of place that makes the little kid inside you just want to shout, choo choo. And you know what? I think I just might. You can practically hear the ghostly echoes of train whistles and the chugging of steam engines as you wander through this incredible collection. Each train car tells a story, a little piece of a much larger American epic. You have the opulent dining cars, where you can just imagine finely dressed passengers enjoying a meal as the countryside rolls by. It's pure romance, isn't it? The kind of thing you see in old movies. Then you have the sleeper cars, the mail cars, each one a perfectly preserved capsule from another era. This isn't just about looking at old trains. It's about imagining the lives that were lived in and around them, the journeys taken, the goodbyes said on these very platforms, and the building itself. We're standing in the former Santa Fe Union Station, a place that was once the bustling heart of Galveston. You can feel the energy in the architecture in the grand waiting room with its high ceilings and beautiful tile work. Think about the thousands of people who passed through these halls, full of hope, full of excitement for what lay at the end of the line. It's a place of arrivals and departures, of hellos and goodbyes. It's a stage where so many personal dramas played out. Being here, you're not just a visitor, you're part of that continuing story, a new traveler stepping onto the platform. What I love most is how tactile it all is. You can climb aboard these giants, you can walk through the narrow corridors, you can sit in the plush velvet seats and pretend you're on your way to Chicago in 1948. It's an immersive experience that connects you so directly with the past. It's not behind glass, it's right here, solid and real. This is what travel is all about, my friends, connecting with the stories of a place. And here, the stories are as big and powerful as the engines themselves.
It's just wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful. I could stay here all day.
Okay, so I'm walking through a passenger car right now, and I can't help but think about my parents. They would have loved this. They would have told me stories about taking the train, about the whole experience. It was an event. People dressed up. There was a sense of occasion that I think we've kind of lost here. You get a little bit of that back. You see the craftsmanship in the woodwork, the attention to detail in the light fixtures. These weren't just modes of transportation. They were works of art on wheels. They were designed to make the journey as memorable as the destination. And isn't that a beautiful idea? And it's not just about the passenger trains. They have these massive freight engines, the workhorses that built America. You stand next to one of these things and you feel tiny. It's a humbling experience. It's a testament to human ambition. These machines are symbols of progress, of the relentless drive to connect and to build. It's industrial history, but it's also human history. And it's right here, waiting for you to come and explore it. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. One of the best parts is the Ghosts of the Depot exhibit. They have these white plaster figures scattered throughout the station, capturing moments in time. A family saying goodbye, a conductor checking his watch, a woman waiting patiently on a bench. It adds this beautiful, poignant layer to the experience. It reminds you that this place was filled with real people, with real emotions. It's art that tells a story, and it makes the whole museum feel alive, like you've just missed the train's departure by a few moments. It's a place for families, for history buffs, for dreamers, for anyone who's ever felt the thrill of a train whistle in the distance. It connects you to a slower, perhaps more romantic time. And in our fast-paced world, spending an afternoon here, just slowing down and soaking in the history.
Well, that's a gift, a beautiful, beautiful gift. I love this. I really do. All right, everybody. We're trading the railroad tracks for the waterways. We're about to embark on an artist boat kayak adventure. Now, you know me? I love art, and I love food, and I love meeting new people. This experience combines all of that, except maybe the food part, but we'll get to that later. Don't you worry. Artist Boat is this incredible organization that combines kayaking with art and environmental education. So we're going to be paddling through these beautiful coastal marshes, and we're also going to be making art. How amazing is that? We get to be artists, explorers, and conservationists all at the same time. Our guide is leading us through these calm, winding channels in Galveston Bay, and it is just serene, peaceful. You hear the gentle splash of your paddle in the water, the call of the seabirds, the rustle of the marsh grasses in the breeze. It's a symphony of nature. This is the Galveston that you don't see from the seawall. This is its secret, quiet heart. It's a chance to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with the natural world in a very intimate way. You're not just observing it from a distance, you're literally floating right in the middle of it. It's a perspective you just can't get anywhere else. And the art part of the adventure is just genius. They give you a watercolor set, and you stop at certain points to paint what you see. Now, I am not what you would call a painter. My artistic skills are, let's say, abstract, but that's the beauty of it. It's not about creating a masterpiece. It's about looking, really looking. When you have to paint something, you notice the subtle colors in the water, the texture of the clouds, the way the light hits the grass. It forces you to see the world with an artist's eye, to appreciate the details you might otherwise paddle right past. This is what I love. This is travel at its best. It's an experience. It's learning something new, not just about a place, but about yourself. It's about understanding the delicate ecosystem that makes this island so special. The guides are so knowledgeable, teaching you about the birds, the fish, the importance of these coastal prairies. You leave with more than just a memory, or a slightly smudged watercolor painting in my case. You leave with a deeper connection to Galveston, a deeper appreciation for the environment, and maybe, just maybe, a newfound identity as a seafaring artist. What could be better than that? As we paddle deeper into the marsh, you start to see the incredible biodiversity all around you. We've seen majestic herons standing perfectly still, like statues, waiting for their lunch. We've seen pelicans flying in formation overhead, so close you can hear the whoosh of their wings. It's like a private showing of a nature documentary, but you're in it. Every turn in the channel reveals something new. A different bird, a jumping fish, a cluster of oysters clinging to the roots of the marsh grass. It's a living, breathing classroom, and our kayaks are the desks. It's absolutely captivating. The whole mission of Artist Boat is just so wonderful. They're not just giving tours, they're on a mission to protect these habitats. The money from these tours goes towards conservation and preservation. So by being here, you're actually helping to ensure that these beautiful places will still be here for future generations to enjoy. You're having an amazing time, and you're doing good at the same time. It's a win-win. It's this beautiful cycle of appreciation and action. You fall in love with the place, and that makes you want to protect it. It's simple, and it's brilliant. Now let's talk about the feeling of being on the water. There's a tranquility here that sinks right into your bones. The gentle rocking of the kayak, the warm sun on your face. It's a form of meditation. All the stress, all the noise of daily life, it just melts away. You're focused on the rhythm of your paddling, the beauty of your surroundings, the challenge of trying to capture a cloud on your little piece of paper. It's a simple pleasure, but it's so profound. It's a reminder to slow down, to breathe, and to just be present in the moment. So, would I recommend this? 1,000 times, yes. It's for everyone. It doesn't matter if you've never held a paddle or a paintbrush in your life. It's about the experience. It's active, it's educational, it's artistic, and it's just plain fun. This is one of those special travel moments that you know you're going to remember for a very, very long time. I love it. Okay, so our journey through Galveston is taking a turn for the spooky, and I am here for it. We are at the Broadway Cemetery, one of the oldest cemeteries in Texas, and we're looking for something very specific, the Witch's Grave. Now, I know what you're thinking. Phil, a cemetery? Is there going to be food? And the answer is no, probably not, but there is going to be a story. And stories are food for the soul, right? This place is steeped in history. You can feel it. The old oak trees, draped in Spanish moss, the weathered tombstones, every single one has a story to tell. But we're here for one story in particular. The legend goes that a woman named Elizabeth Budd Graham, who is buried here, was a witch, a powerful one, and local lore says that she promised to return from the dead to seek her revenge on the town. To prevent this, she was supposedly buried with a series of magical protections. The grave itself is fascinating. It's this large, heavy stone slab, which is unusual for the time, and it's completely unadorned except for a very peculiar symbol carved into it. It's a circle with a cross inside that has arrows on its tips. People say it's a symbol to trap her spirit, to keep her from escaping. Standing here, you can't help but get a little chill. Whether you believe in witches or not, the story is just so compelling. It speaks to the fears and superstitions of a bygone era. You can imagine people whispering about Elizabeth, telling tales around the fire. And this grave, this solid, mysterious piece of stone, is the physical embodiment of that legend. It's a piece of folklore that you can actually visit and touch. It makes the story feel real, tangible. It's a direct link to the island's spooky, mysterious past, and that is just incredibly cool. Of course, historians have different theories. Some say the symbol is just a marker from a fraternal organization, or a unique design chosen by the family. But where's the fun in that? I prefer the legend. The idea that this unassuming spot in this beautiful, quiet cemetery holds such a dark and powerful secret is just too good to pass up. It adds a layer of mystery and intrigue to Galveston. It's a reminder that every place has its ghost stories, its local legends that are passed down from generation to generation. And finding them, that's part of the adventure. But as you look around, you realize this cemetery is more than just one spooky story. It's a historical archive written in stone. You see the graves of yellow fever victims, a tragic reminder of the epidemics that swept through the city. You see the graves of Civil War soldiers, of city founders, of families who built Galveston from the ground up. Each name represents a life, a whole world of experiences. It's a very moving and humbling place to walk through. It connects you to the very human history of the island, to its triumphs and its tragedies. The grave of Elizabeth, whether she was a witch or not, makes you think about how we remember people, how stories get twisted and transformed over time. Was she just a woman who was a little different, an outsider? Maybe a practitioner of folk medicine that people didn't understand? The legend might tell us more about the people who created it than it does about the woman buried beneath this stone. It's a fascinating look into the psychology of a community, into its fears, and how it dealt with the unknown. It's history, folklore, and sociology all rolled into one. And let's be honest, there's a certain thrill to it. It's why we love ghost stories. It's the little shiver down your spine, the fun of being just a little bit scared in a safe place. Visiting the witch's grave is a unique Galveston tradition. People leave offerings on the slab, coins, shells, little trinkets, as if to appease her spirit. It's a living piece of folklore. It's not just a story in a book, it's an interactive legend. And participating in that, even just by visiting, makes you feel like you're part of the local culture, part of the island's ongoing story. So while we came for the witch, we're leaving with so much more. We're leaving with a deeper sense of Galveston's long and complex history. It's a place of beauty, of peace, and of 1,000 untold stories whispering on the breeze. It's a reminder that sometimes the most unique and memorable experiences are found in the quietest corners of a city where the past is still very much present. And this particular corner, well, it's just a little bit spooky and a whole lot of wonderful. I'm so glad we came. Okay, after all that walking, all that exploring, all that ghost hunting, if we're being honest, a person needs a little pick-me-up. And I found that the best way to really understand a place, to feel its pulse, is to find where the locals go for their daily ritual. In Galveston, that place, my friends, is right here. This isn't just a coffee shop. It's the living room of the neighborhood. It's MOD Coffee House, and the moment you step inside, you can feel it. It's that wonderful, welcoming hum of conversation, the clinking of ceramic mugs, and that incredible life-affirming smell of freshly ground coffee beans. The art on the walls isn't some generic, mass-produced decor. It's from local artists, people who live and breathe this island air. The furniture is a happy, mismatched family of comfortable chairs and sturdy tables, each one with its own story, I'm sure. It's wonderfully eclectic, a little bit funky, and completely, authentically Galveston. And the coffee. Oh, the coffee. This is not your push a button, get a pod kind of situation. This is artistry. You can see the care the baristas put into every single cup, the deliberate tamping of the espresso, the patient swirl of steamed milk to create that perfect little heart on top of your latte. It's a small act of love, isn't it? A little moment of beauty just for you. And the taste. Oh my goodness! It's rich, it's robust, it's the kind of coffee that doesn't just wake you up, it makes you happy to be awake. It's a hug in a mug. And who doesn't need one of those? On certain nights, MOD becomes a stage, a real live music venue where local musicians come to share their hearts and their stories. It's not a big, flashy concert. It's something better. It's intimate. It's a singer-songwriter with just a guitar and a voice, pouring their soul out to a room full of people who are really listening. You're not 100 rows back. You're right there. You can see the emotion on their face, the way their fingers find the chords. It's a powerful personal experience that you just can't get in a giant stadium. It's real and it's raw. And the sound, it just fills this wonderful historic space. The acoustics seem to love it. The notes bouncing off the old brick walls and wooden floors. You're sipping on a decaf or maybe a hot tea surrounded by this incredible music, and you feel like you've stumbled upon a secret. So when you come to Galveston, don't just grab a coffee to go. Stay. Come back in the evening. Check their schedule. See who's playing. It's a chance to support local artists, to feel the creative heartbeat of the city, and to be part of something truly special. It's the perfect end to a day of exploring, a quiet moment of art and community that perfectly captures the quirky, soulful spirit of this amazing island. It's not just a coffee house, it's a cultural experience, and it's delicious in every sense of the word. You know, after a long day of walking, discovering, and eating. Oh, the eating, sometimes you just need to find a place to sit back, relax, and just be. A place where you can process all the amazing things you've seen. And if that place happens to have a breathtaking view of the ocean, well, that's what I call a win-win. My friends, welcome to the perfect spot to do just that. It's literally called The Spot, and they are not kidding. This is it. This is the place you want to be as the day begins to wind down and the sky starts to put on its evening show. From down on the seawall, it looks like a fun, bustling beach restaurant, which it is. But the real secret, the cherry on top of the Galveston sundae, is up here. You climb the stairs, and with each step, the world opens up a little more. Then you emerge onto their rooftop bar, and wow, the view is everything. You see the waves of the Gulf of Mexico rolling in, you feel that incredible salty breeze on your face, and you can see for miles down the coastline. The atmosphere up here is just perfect. It's the definition of laid back. There's no pretense, no velvet ropes. It's just people in flip-flops and shorts with happy sun-kissed faces, enjoying the end of a beautiful day. And let's be honest, a beautiful view is always made a little bit better with a cold drink in your hand. Am I right? Whether it's an ice-cold local beer or a fun, fruity cocktail that looks like a sunset in a glass, it just completes the picture. It's the punctuation mark on a perfect day. Sitting here, watching the pelicans glide by at eye level, feeling that gentle sea spray in the air, it's a simple pleasure, but it's one of the best. This is what it's all about. Finding these little pockets of paradise. This is one of them. As the afternoon melts into evening, this place becomes even more magical. The sun, our big friendly star, begins its slow descent toward the horizon. And from this vantage point, you have a front row seat to one of the greatest shows on Earth. The sky starts to blush, first with soft pinks and oranges, then with fiery reds and deep purples. The colors reflect off the surface of the water, creating a shimmering, liquid masterpiece that changes every single second. You can't help but stop your conversation and just stare. It's magnificent. And the vibe remains just as relaxed and friendly. The staff is buzzing around, making sure everyone has what they need, but there's no rush. They know what they're selling here is not just food and drinks, it's an experience. It's the feeling of being on top of the world, or at least on top of Galveston, with nothing on your to-do list except to enjoy the moment. It's the epitome of island time. You just let go of all the stress and worry, and you allow yourself to be completely present. It's better than therapy. So my advice to you is this: make this a non-negotiable part of your Galveston trip. Don't just walk by on the seawall below. Make the climb. Come up here, find a chair, order a drink, and give yourself the gift of this view. Watch the sky paint a picture just for you. It's the perfect way to toast to an incredible island adventure. It's a place that reminds you to slow down, look up, and appreciate the simple, beautiful things in life. And really, what's better than that? Cheers to Galveston. Well, there you have it. What an adventure. Galveston, you are full of so many wonderful surprises. From the hallowed halls of the Bryan Museum and the incredible stories of the Railroad Museum to the resilience and beauty of the tree sculptures. We kayaked with artists. We paid our respects at a witch's grave. I'm still thinking about that one We drank amazing coffee with the locals, and we ended our day watching that unbelievable sunset over the Gulf. This island has a story around every corner, a friendly face at every stop, and a unique spirit that is just infectious. I'm leaving with a full stomach and an even fuller heart. This is what I love, what I live for, finding the places that aren't on the front of every postcard, the spots that the locals cherish, the stories that make a city truly come alive. And Galveston has them in spades. But you know what? We only scratched the surface. That's the most exciting part. I know there are more hidden gems, more amazing restaurants, more quirky little shops just waiting to be discovered. And that's where you come in. You are part of this journey now. I want to hear from you. What did we miss? Please do me a favor. If you enjoyed coming along on this trip, give this video a big thumbs up, a like, it really helps. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because we have so many more cities on our hit list, and I don't want you to miss a single bite or a single story. But most importantly, go down to the comments section right now and tell me your favorite Galveston discovery. Whether it's on our list or a secret of your own, I want to know all about it. Let's build the ultimate guide together. Thank you, truly, for watching, for spending your time with me exploring this incredible island city. My biggest hope is that this inspires you to do one thing: explore beyond the obvious. Wherever you go, whether it's halfway around the world or in the town next door, look for the unique, talk to the people, and be open to the adventure. Because that's where you find the real magic. Until next time, my friends, keep exploring, keep eating, and keep connecting. Bye-bye.